Welcome to the Cockpit Control Center, provided by the Stonk Emporium. I want to give you a quick overview of some of the features and functionality within the system, and we hope that you'll join us inside the cockpit. So, when you log into the system as a VIP member, first thing you're going to see is an in-depth training session that's going to walk you through the platform, links to our Discord where you can join live conversations, and then also straight away real-time verified receipts of the performance of the system. You're going to see the top 5 best alerts that have hit today, and then the top 5 all-time alerts and the top 5 all-time trade ideas that have been provided by the system since the system launched a couple months ago. Quick overview of some of the features. We'll talk about stocks here in just a moment. But we have full news coverage, live up-to-date news. Instant news is pushed out into the system. When we get the news, we're going to grade it and perform grading and mark it, whether it's potentially actionable, what sector it might be, and any other key pieces of information. Straight away at the top, we're going to give you the highest catalyst for each of the news services. And then down below, you can see each of the articles. We're going to give you context around them and also provide you an AI analysis and give you scoring. So, very easy to stay up to date on the latest breaking news. In addition to that, you also have in the news functionality SEC filings. So, you can quickly find out all of the SEC filings that have happened. We're going to let you know whether they're material events, insider moves, if there's dilution involved. And then as you scroll down, you're going to be able to see all of the details on each of the SEC filings. You're going to be able to get an AI analysis of what that filing means, as well as you can see the primary source information from the SEC. So that is a quick overview of our news services. One of our most powerful systems that we have are our alerts. We benchmark our alerts against other vendors and providers, and we find that we consistently beat the other vendors and providers in alert speed and quality. In our main dashboard, you can come in and see the top overall alert hits for the day by stock. So you can see, their best tier of what category they hit, their current price, their gain since the first alert, as well as their first price. And you can see how many times they've hit throughout the day. And then as you scroll down, you're going to see the top 10 most recent A and A plus hits. So they're looking at a variety of different topics. You can see here we have runner, bid pressure, borrow spike. There's also morning expansion, after hours expansion. And again, you can see when we alerted it most recently, when we originally alerted it, the price that we originally alerted it at, and how much it's gained since that first alert, its current price, and its total move, and then our scoring. So we score each of the alerts for every alert that comes through so that you can decide and determine pretty quickly what alerts are the most powerful and are going to have the most potential. We also provide a full library of scanners, everything from momentum to short squeeze to catching things in a pre-runner stage that haven't ran yet, looking at stocks that are creating all new highs, whether it's a high of the day, whether it's a 52-week high or an all-time high. We have scanners dedicated towards overnight expansion. So looking at the stocks as they move over the course of the night. I'm going to drill down into one of our most widely used scanners, and that's the momentum probability scanner. And what that does is looks at stocks with momentum, and then we use our algorithm and historical database to give probabilities on how far this stock may run. Is it going to go over 5%, 10%, 15%, 50%, or 100%? So this section is dedicated to the most explosive stocks. And then as you scroll down, you can see the highest remaining opportunities. And again, it's going to update basically every couple of seconds. And you can see the probability that a stock is going to move. This is one of our users' most favorite scanners. They absolutely love this. In addition to that, another really powerful scanner that our users really like is our intraday structure scanner. We are monitoring every single 1 minute bar of every stock that's out there, and we have predefined candle templates to determine the different bullish types of stock structures. And what this does is it's going to scan the entire market and it's going to find the stocks that are hitting specific bullish targets from a structure perspective. And this will help you trade, you know, swings, potentially longs, as well as, intraday stocks. So you can see some examples here. 15-minute flat top breakout. We've got a 4-hour flat top breakout, 1 hour double bottom. So all of the most common different setups from a structural technical perspective are built into the system. You can see ascending triangles here, falling wedges. So this is an extremely powerful tool, and you'll see one thing that is constant throughout our system as you're looking at scanner results. You're going to get where the trigger is to potentially enter a stock. You're going to get the stop loss that is recommended, as well as target take profits. Now, please do keep in mind that this is for educational purposes only, and these tools do not replace your due diligence. So you are responsible for your trades, and trading is risky. So make sure you verify the details before you actually complete a trade. You'll also see we provide information around confirmation and invalidation. So, really powerful scanners that are at your fingertips. We also have a full library of screeners. So scanners are essentially telling you what is moving right now. Screeners are designed for you to be able to customize searches and determine what you believe is going to move in the future. So here you can see our option screener. We have predefined templates in each of the screeners that can help you. If you want to go more custom, you can build your own specifications on the screener. And as you scroll down, you can see that there's a variety of different options on how you can customize this. If you create your own screener, you can then save it and then access it anytime you'd like and pull it up again. So, really powerful screener tools as well built into the system. From an intelligence perspective, these are areas where we go really deep on content on specific areas. We have a full government library. You can see it covers a variety of topics here. In addition to that, we have a very deep biotech library, including biotech intelligence, which is going to cover things like, the drugs that a biotech company has in production, details around their clinical trials, where they sit in phases, who their competitors are, what their cash flow is, their runway, everything you would need to know to successfully trade biotech. In addition to that, we have a full calendar of upcoming FDA events related to the biotech companies. The Catalyst calendar is a fantastic tool where we build a scanner for you based on Catalyst dates, and we stack rank them on stocks that we believe are going to have large movements so that you can quickly and easily determine if there's a biotech stock that you may want to take a long position in. In addition to that, we have a biotech scanner, which is looking at short squeeze and momentum. So, fantastic tool to find biotech stocks that are moving right now that you can potentially invest in. We have a deep coverage of library on vertical areas in the stocks. We have full crypto intelligence, full ETF intelligence, a very deep options in macro, going all the way down to gamma battlefield. So if you're looking for, put walls, we've got all of that data and options and macros. We also have a predictions market. So if you trade on predictions, fantastic library that goes really deep there. And then, of course, also earnings and halts. So that rounds out our intelligence area. We also provide to you curated watch lists on a daily basis. So if you want to come in and take a look at our watch list, we do daily watch lists, we do weekly watch lists to help you become a more effective trader. You have the ability to build your own watch lists. So you can come in, you can enter in any of the tickers that you want to track. And then anytime one of those watch list stocks show up on any one of our alerts, you're going to get a notification. So you can quickly jump in and see what stocks that you're watching are starting to have movement. This helps you be more efficient as you're looking at other stocks that you can quickly and easily um, have visibility into the ones you've been watching and their movements. In addition to that, we have a variety of different tools. We have a strategy lab. This is for back testing. If you're a free member, you get 5 back tests per day. If you're a VIP, you get 250 per day. We have predefined back testing types that we've already built into the system. You also have the ability to customize your own back test, and then you can then run the back test. And once the back test completes, you're going to get the equity curve information related to the back test that you have ran, as well as all of the trade logs that go along with it. And then there's an analysis that will rate your trade and give you insight into what the strengths of it were, what the risks were, and maybe some next tests that you can implement on your strategy to help improve it. Going back into our tools, we also have a very powerful tool called the order flow tool. The order flow tool is going to allow you to monitor live the bid and ask pressure and bid and ask stack on any stock. So as you watch it, you're going to see, how the bid and ask price is being impacted. You're going to see rating on it. So we're going to give you whether it's a bullish bid and ask stack or whether it's bearish. And then as you scroll down, you're going to see summaries of the live signals, the key supports, the breakout triggers, what the next targets are potentially on taking profit, and then also invalidation zones. You'll notice that on this tool, we also include those levels directly on the chart so you can monitor it as the order flow is progressing through. We give you all of the alerts. If it's showing up on our alerts, you're going to get those notifications here. You're going to get the flow quality, the footprint at the price, all of the order flow details, the lit details, its direction, and then the data scope is also included on the bottom. So, very powerful tool to help you while you're in a trade or getting ready to get into a trade to determine if there's liquidity in it. Jumping back to the home page again, another one of the tools I wanted to show you really quickly is the trade terminal. Our trade terminal is the one-stop shop as you're trading. It's designed for a desktop view that's going to allow you to see everything you need to see to help you trade successfully without ever leaving one screen. Starting in the upper left-hand corner, you've got all of your news information. So this is going to populate with news articles. We're going to let you know if it's a major article and has catalysts involved. And if you hover your mouse over each of the news articles, we're going to give you a summary of that article. Just below that is our momentum stock list. So you're going to see some of the top performers here. And we also rank them if they're hot and starting to have movement. You're going to see that little button pop up. So you know that you may want to drill down into it. And then under the market feed, these are all of the alerts. Again, this is accessible for our VIP members. So as alerts start to come through the system, you're going to get notified here. It's going to tell you what type of alert it is, what time the alert hit, what the increase on the stock has been. And then we also have notification buttons for things that are either hot or potentially fading by looking at the chart structure. Then here in the center is kind of the key centerpiece. You've got your stock chart. You can customize how you want your stock chart to look. You can also expand your stock chart to take up the full screen. You'll notice we mark support and resistance levels, and we also give those to you directly as you're looking at the chart. One other thing to point out is we give you a battle plan. So we're going to help you be more successful in trading the stock. These the stocks chart is customizable. So, you can zoom, you can adjust it, you can make it feel the way you would like it to feel. I'm going to go ahead and close that down. And then just below that, you have a VIP trade plan for our VIP members. It's going to tell you whether it's a bullish or a bearish trend, give you entry pricing, suggested take profits, then all of your support and resistance. And then we have a key area where we're going to give you an executive read. In the case right now, our system is flagging you, and you'll notice the red candle here. Avoid chasing, and we give you some price information, and we recognize that the tape is pulling back and advise you to not chase and give you the trigger and invalidation information. We also pack this with AI analysis. So if you'd like to get our trained AI's view on taking this as a trade, that's available to you. On the far right hand side, you've got all of the details about the stock. You've got the last price, you've got bid and ask, you've got access to microbars. So we are pulling 1 second microbars to update how this chart is progressing. And you can see the tape continues to pull back. You can see the microbars as they roll up. These are rolled into 5 second increments. You have access to any news or SEC filings related to the stock you're looking at. So you can very quickly open it up and see the most recent news articles. Also, if there were SEC filings, you'd see that as well. And then finally, down in the bottom right hand corner, you have the Gamecock trade context. So that's going to again give you the reclaim if it needs to reclaim support, what the targets are, and invalidation zones. So the goal of this trade terminal is to allow you to stick in one place and not have to leave. If you click on any one of these stocks, it's going to load all the way across the chart and it's going to update every panel. So it makes it really quick and easy to use the system. Jumping back into our system, you also have help. So if you'd like to get tutorials on the system, you can do that. And then finally, I want to point out a couple of extra features that we have. If you go into account and my preferences, you can also sign up for push notifications anytime that we recognize an A plus alert so that you can get notifications on the go on your cell phone, on your computer, so that you can quickly react. Again, I mentioned earlier, we benchmark against other providers on our alert time, and we find that we consistently beat them. In addition to that, we also support Squawk. So you can enable Squawk, and the system will read out to you any A plus alerts, as well as any major breaking catalyst news, so that you can be very responsive and efficient as you're working through the platform. So those are some of the key features. Coming back to the stocks page, you've got a couple different ways that you can access stocks. You can search in the ticker bar, or you can come into stock research, and it's going to give you the top 8 stocks for the top gainers today, where you can quickly and easily see their charts, their performance. And when you drill into a stock on our system, it's extremely intuitive. You're going to be able to drill in to see if it's had any alerts, any news articles tied to it, SEC filings. I'll show you the Reddit and social media in a minute. You can check insider information, institutional information, analyst rankings, the fundamentals, the financials, any upcoming earnings, including expected moves. You can check the borrow pressure and short squeeze pressure of a stock. So very quickly, you can see what the pressure score is, what the short interest, how many days to cover, the free float. You also get to see the short volume over time. You can see as it's updated, so you can see whether pressure is building or pressure is easing. So really powerful features that are built in. In addition to that, you can also see options flow. So if the stock has options, you can quickly and easily see all of the top contracts, the top premium, the ask flow, everything that you need to know as it relates to options. But as you scroll down the page, key information, you get the chart, you have all of the support and resistance levels needed. You get to see our micro bar chart. So we're going to show you the most recent 5 second micro bars, so you can see whether volume is popping or whether there's negative price impact on the tape. And just below that, you get all of the key technicals and watch list information you might need to trade a stock. You're going to get the support, you're going to get the resistance, the VWAP, the RSI, the relative volume. And then you're going to get information related to the trade. So you have a watch list composer that lets you know where it is to support, where it needs to reclaim, and then what pricing it might hit. We're going to give you a tape read. Right now, this is pulling back. So the system is cautioning you don't chase here. Just below that, you get all of our alerts. So if there are any alerts hitting on this stock, you can pull those up. You can also get a full AI analysis of every piece of data and technical information we have on this stock, and AI will give you a current read. We also have a great technical analysis. So you can drill down on a specific stock in any of these time frames, and the system is going to tell you whether it is something you should potentially consider buying or selling. And it's going to give you each of the technical structures and how it rates each of those. Drilling down just below that, you have our advanced trade plan. Again, another VIP function that's going to give you the bias of the current chart. This one is in a bullish continuation, give you the entry, give you the stop loss, and give you the take profit zones that you can consider. It's going to give you the data you need for tape confirmation and what to look out for potential losses. Again, this is educational for educational use. So use your own due diligence. These are just educational reference points for you. And then finally, you get the company profile. One of the big powerful features that we've added into our system is the conversion of stock information and social media. We know that users rely really heavily on social media to do stock research. So we decided to save you the effort and bring the social media information that you're interested in directly in the system. So what's happening now is the system's going out and it's pulling all of the social media intelligence for this stock. It's going to give the stock a score. It's going to tell you whether it's building attention or losing attention. You're going to see whether that's expanding, whether there's market confirmation, what the catalyst integrities are. And then you're going to see a variety of different chart information that's going to help you see how price and social media kind of converge on how they're impacting each other. But where the real power is drilling down into any one of these specific social media platforms, Reddit, X, FinTwit, and you can see the sentiment specifically on that platform, what the buzz is, how many mentions there are, what the engagement is. You're going to see the history based on mentions and buzz. You're going to see whether it's explicit or inherited evidence, the raw attention velocity. But what's really cool about the system is you can see what communities are actually talking about the stock, and you can see what users are talking about the stock. And then you have some analysis from the raw analytics. And then finally, the most coolest part of this is you can actually see the Reddit posts that actually cover this ticker. So this takes Reddit stock research, X stock twit to a whole new level in one single place. So that is a quick overview of the Cockpit Control Center. We have designed it to be your one-stop shop of everything that you need related to stock trading. We hope you've enjoyed the tour today, and we also hope that you will join us inside the cockpit. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching the video.